everybody, and welcome to the Joyful Finding Show. I'm so glad you guys could join me this beautiful Friday, August 23rd of 2024. Just like I said, we're hauling booty through this month, just like we have all the months prior to this year. It seems like they're just really going fast. So I missed you guys last week. We took a little mini vacation. I hope you guys enjoyed your Friday night off, doing whatever it was that you enjoyed. And I'm glad we're all back this evening in this beautiful space. And many of you that are joining, thank you for bringing your energy forward. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for everything that you've experienced up until this point. We're all starting to come together. There's starting to be a different shift in this energy that's gone on this week. I have to tell you, depending on where you're at in your ascension of getting out of that 3D heaviness, maybe you were bombarded with something that is of the physical or the emotional or just being physically tired. I really felt like this at the peak of the full moon on Monday. I have to say that everyone that was out driving and stuff was just like, it was like, I felt like I was I was definitely like in a game, right? Because the way people were just bobbing and weaving and cutting people off, I felt like, it felt like a game of some sort. You know what I mean? It was just definitely on the crazy side. And the energy that came with all of that, right? It was just like very intense. Some of it was going up to the full moon. Some of it was right after. Some of it was during. So I feel like we were all feeling a little bit of something or experiencing something this week. Because let me tell you, I've been exhausted the last 2 nights. Wednesday and Thursday, I probably fell asleep during Ruth and Carol Ann's show. I'm sorry, but you guys put me night. Thank you. It was I needed that because Tuesday night I couldn't sleep at all. I was wired for sound. The energy was off the chain. There was a lot of things that were going on and things are starting to switch and change and it's all happening so very quickly. And, like, how do we fit in? What do we do now? There's a lot of that going on. So what did you guys experience this week? I'm just wondering, and I'll say hello to some of you guys. Well, that gives you guys a chance to maybe say something like that. How has your week been? How did you get through this week and the full moon? All right. I see I got Ruth out there. I got Miss Barbara out there. Hi, Barbara. And Devin and Marsha and Richard and Lanka. Welcome. Lanka says, I dodged 3 accidents just today. It's Mad Max, and I'm tired of having eyes on the back of my head. All right. So you're still feeling it out there in that realm of the traffic and just people not knowing how to drive, right, Lanka? There's people not knowing how to drive right now. It seems like sometimes, people got their license out of the Cracker Jack box. That used to be one of my dad's jokes, people that didn't know how to drive. Back in the day when you used to get a prize in your Cracker Jacks. S Pep, hello. I do not know who you are, but welcome. Yes, the energy has been off the chain. And Lanka, you're being protected. I just want to say that. And a lot of you out there right now that are watching, yeah, well, actually, all of you that are watching, I can't pick and choose who you are, but you guys are all protected. Ask for that shield, God's armor, that bubble, whatever that is when you're out in public. Okay, super important, especially when you guys are in the car right now. They used to make cars a whole lot better back in the day. They used to be able to withstand impact, and now, it crushes everything. Everything breaks and it costs more. But anyways, all that's going to change too. And we're all are driving. All that's going to change. There's so much that's going to change. It's going to be, it's kind of mind-blowing all at the same time. It's kind of mind-blowing. All right. And Yes, Barbara says, yes, I've been tired and also emotional, but also kind of more busy than usual. Yes, that too. Much more busy, getting more done than you think you can accomplish, but also comes along with the emotional part, the tiredness. I feel like there's all this like stuff going on, things are shifting and adjusting and all that stuff. See, and Devin said, I've had a wonderful week. See, everybody's experiencing it all a little bit differently, depending on where you're at and what you have going on and where our mindsets are. You know what I mean? So fantastic, Devin. I'm so happy you had a fantastic week. That's awesome. Anybody else out there? What kind of week did you guys have? Let me look at this too. So I got to check you guys both out because you guys are. I don't get Rumble comments over there yet. So much stress. Feels like people think they own the road. Yes. Well, unfortunately, I didn't dodge all of them. Got side sights Tuesday at work. Yes. I didn't know if you wanted to mention that or not. So, but luckily it was in a parking lot, which is a good thing. And you were being protected and all of that. Yeah, you had to go through the hassles. And yes, can I talk about that, Lenka? Can I actually use that as an example? Yeah, just say yes. And if I can use an example, I want to talk about the guy or use it as an example. You know what I mean? Not the whole accident, but the aftermath of it. You know what I'm saying? The guy. Okay, she says sure. Okay, awesome. I don't want to use stories unless people actually give me permission. Okay, so Lenka had this accident inside in this parking lot. Okay. And it was this gentleman that was delivering food, but we didn't know this until after. But he was in the middle of the parking lot. And when he proceeded forward, he did not pull away far enough to proceed without damaging the side of her mail truck because she's a mail delivery lady. Okay, so then he gets out of his car and he's out there cursing and da 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 da, just losing his cool, just totally losing his cool. And Lenka's like, can you please just stop? Can you just please just stop? You know what I mean? And she walks away and she makes the phone calls that she needs to make to get everything to happen. The police come, the supervisor, the whole, we got to do all the red tape of everything that happened and everything. And, while it was happening, this was kind of funny because he was delivering for Grubhub. And while this was happening, he just went over to his car and started eating. And then, he wasn't going to make his next delivery, so he might as well eat it, right? Make the best of your situation. But when it all got wrapped up and everything, the gentleman actually came over to Lenka and apologized for being a complete jerk. And she appreciated that, because nowadays things can escalate into such bigger things. That's why I know she was being protected. That's why she was using her calm voice, right? Because we all know that we could all freak out and be like, and be freaks ourselves if we, let ourselves be. But I think that's part of what we've learned through some of this. So I think it was like a real big learning experience for this gentleman on many different levels. But yeah, so thank you for experiencing that. Thank you for not being hurt, Lenka. Thank you for being the tough warrior that you are to stand for all that crap that took place during that. So, yeah. So, how y'all gonna doing? Yes. Marcia says she's been sleeping very well lately. That's good. That's good. Thank you for letting me share that. Beep, beep, beep. Started great. Just wish I could close today. You didn't close today either, Richard? What are they waiting on now? God is making you wait a little bit. What's up with that? I wonder what's up with that. Huh. It is coming for whatever reason. Everything's going to work out in divine time. That's one of the things that we have to remember. Everything happens in divine time. Sometimes we get our mindset on this has to be accomplished by X, Y, and Z or whatever. You know what I mean? But it's like divine. God has got us, okay? As long as we get into that connection, right? That's one of the things that have been cut off from us, right? Just imagine like this was us being connected to God at one point, and here they took God away and they left only the body down here, right? But now we're all getting connected back into God, to source, whatever you want to call him, whatever your name is, right? Whatever your belief system is allowing you at this moment, right? There is a greater force than us. And he was like, pew, 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 created all these beautiful stars, and that's all of you guys. And now we've come to Earth to learn, right? And to change things. And now we're in that total process of change right now. Like we've come to Earth, you know, some of us have had past lives, some of us haven't. I think I saw someone else out there. But anyways, I feel like you guys we're wrapping up all those, like, even if you think or don't think of past lives, all those past lives have accumulated into this life, right? Whatever traumas, dramas, or whatever that you still believe is attached to something other than what it needs to be, right? Maybe it belongs way over here and it's still attached to you like a rubber band, you know, and now it's time to disconnect. Okay, so that you are completely in your source, right? I want you to get into your little bubble, right? Your little bubble. It can be your beam of light or your armor of God or whatever you're calling your protection. But I'm seeing all of you being totally connected into your higher self, right? I'm seeing this beautiful energy connecting all of us, right? And we're all like, and it's so funny because it's all like spirally. It's kind of like we're like slinkies, you know what I mean? They're all in that little spiral going on right there, you know what I mean? So all this energy that's going on and bringing in that connection, tapping into what our true truth is, breaking through the lies that we've been taught, right? And we've had to find our authentic selves through this, right? Because we've always tried to live up to maybe someone else's expectation or whatever, some outside source of ourselves, right? Mom, dad, grandma, grandfather, aunt, uncle, whatever, boss, who knows? It could be anything, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, you know what I mean? But I'm seeing like all this connection that's going on much more right now. Like there's definitely been a shift. Okay. And I feel, I'm not sure which way we shifted, but there's definitely been a shift. Okay. And it's kind of like all like, it's so funny. They're showing me like stuff running downhill now where it was all like staying before, like it's all running downhill. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So if you guys get anything from what I just said there, let me know. Okay. So anyways, I see this tilt that just happened, and that's all of us, right? And it's almost kind of like, what is that thing that I see? They always give me like things that people would know what they are. So anyways, it kind of reminds me of kind of like a lava thing, but it has like this, it kind of like goes down like in a zigzag or whatever. It looks like water and oil mixed together, whatever, but makes these little bubbles. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? What that thing is? Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, that's good. That's good. There's the energy that's moving that has not moved in a very long time. And that's many people awakening to their true selves, their authentic selves. And we're pulling back all the layers that have been dumped on us, right? And we're pulling them all back. We're becoming our shining light, tapping into our truth so we can speak it, stand it, believe it, right? And then be the creators, right? That's something we've been lacking, is being able to create that now, right? And now we're ready to like bust through this wall. It reminds me of the Kool-Aid guy and the big jar, you know, coming through the wall. We're busting through. Why are all these things coming to me? My whole childhood is flashing in front of me right now. So the whole thing about us busting through all this, and we are just like finding so much more now that is resonating as truth. We're able to like decipher through the lies. We know, as long as we're still not being deceived and allowing ourselves to be deceived, because some of us do still get deceived, and it's okay. This is why we're here and we're learning. You know, it's all a process. It's all a pattern. And once we learn what those patterns are, we can kind of shift and adjust them so they work in our favor. Okay, so that's what we're kind of like feeling through right now. You know what I mean? It's like, whoo, feeling all this, you know, beautiful energy. And SPEP says, I know I am blessed and protected by Jesus and so very grateful. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, Richard, have a great night. Yes, Mercury is also in retrograde, my friends. Yes, it is. But don't let that affect you too much because it's going to go straight before we know it. Everything's moving very quickly. If you'll notice, time is moving very quickly. Like, how can we already almost be at the end of this month already? I mean, really, next week is it. Okay. And then we're into September. We're in the last quarter of this year. It's poof, gone. History. It's crazy how this is all happening. But it's happening. Okay. I love that you guys are here. And I will get to messages soon. So, because I feel like messages are going to be very important for everyone this evening. Whatever the spirit is bringing forward for you all. You know what I mean? Because God is reaching out to people. Like he is giving you the signs, the symbols. You just have to recognize them that they're there. Okay, you have to see what is around you. Sometimes we get so focused, right? And we have blinders on, right? And we're only focused in on this much. And God's like, no, 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 no. Open your eyes wide. Look at everything that shows up for you. The signs, the symbols, like I'm saying, the numbers, whatever repeating numbers showing up for you, whatever animal is showing up for you. These are all messages that God is bringing to you. Okay. Even, the signs on the billboards, or if you need to see it at that moment or hear it at that moment, or you have a conversation with somebody and then all of a sudden more of that information flows in front of you while you're on your social media, or someone talks about it or something like that. You know what I mean? Pay attention to see if it truly resonates with you. Okay. Does it resonate with your higher self? Not sometimes all the time what your human brain thinks, because that's the thing that's been programmed here on earth for the most part, and our higher intuition, which is attached everywhere else, right? Because they've been able to manipulate this. Okay. And we're going to just bypass that for a minute, because when we're tapping into our higher self and feeling into it and see if we really resonate with it, it really makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference, because what you believe 10 years ago, 5 minutes ago, 10 years ago, whatever, it doesn't matter. What you believe in this moment is going to help shift and change you. Okay. So sometimes we get stuck in a belief system, and we've been breaking free from this since 2020. That's when I said everyone was going to start to get clear vision. Right. And that's funny that they brought up the whole eye thing, because we're 4 years in now of this being able to see if we want to, right? Some people still have their head stuck in the sand like the ostriches. They don't want to see. That's okay. That's their choice right now. It's not our place to judge them. It's our place to love them. Okay, we don't have to like what they're doing, but we don't have to cast any unneeded negativity towards another. Okay? Because I still see a lot of judgy people out there. You know what I mean? And it's like, we all have done something crappy in our lives. Not all of us have been perfect. There's not one of us on this earth that has been perfect. Except maybe Jesus. All right. Since then, we've all had, the lessons that we've had to learn, maybe the repeated lessons that we've had to learn. You know what I'm saying? But we're breaking through all that. We're gaining momentum in the right direction. I think like in 2012, when the world was supposed to end, even in 1999, when, the computers were all going to go down in 2000, and fear this and fear that. And, we've gotten through so many different fear factors to get us to this point, right? To awaken us, because I forget what was supposed to happen now in 2012 because it was so long ago. But a lot of people started to wake up, like the consciousness of Earth and the people on Earth started to shift enough so that we didn't have to have like another, catastrophe to start again. Right? We're having our own implosion, so to speak. And this is worldwide, this implosion that's happening right now, right? crushing old systems so that we can create new. And that's one of the things that we've been getting to, right? That's one of the forward momentums that I feel like we're starting to roll into. And it's going to be like a lot of like, yeah, 2012 was the end of the Mayan calendar and in the world of fear. Woo! Yeah. I knew it was something, but I can't remember, because it wasn't that important because it didn't end. There's always a new beginning, right? And that's what we're looking for right now, is that new beginning. And a lot of us have already started those new beginnings. We've changed our thought patterns. We might have changed our eating patterns. We might have changed our sleeping patterns. We might have changed something that feels good to us to change up some of the patterns that maybe were not fitting our lives, right? And some patterns change for good or bad, depending on what experience you need to have, right? Whatever it is that you're needing to experience in that moment, that relationship, that job, that, house, that whatever it is, you know what I mean? That experience was needed to be had, which is so cool. I need to tell you guys this experience because you guys, actually, a lot of you have been following me the whole time. So you know my backstory a lot. But it's so funny. So this is how funny social media is, okay? So the other day, I'm scrolling through Facebook, and this marble finisher pops up there. And I'm like, you know what? That looks like my old floor of my old house. And I was like, so I go on the video, and I start watching, and I'm like, I'll be damned. That is my old house. I was like, there's the front door, there's the closet, there's that. And they remodeled it, and it looks beautiful. They did everything that I would have wanted to do to it. So it's funny how you can leave behind what I thought to be like a signature, right? Because I had thoughts when I lived in that house to build a patio out front that they did, and to take down that wall in the kitchen, and to move the refrigerator over there. So it was kind of cool to see it, and to see that they kept the terrazzo floor was even more amazing, because it was a beautiful floor. It's not one I've seen many of, and I've seen a lot of terrazzo floors, but it was more black than anything. It was amazing. But yeah, so it's just funny how, funny things just kind of flow in front of you sometimes. I don't know why I needed to share that story, but that was one of my exciting, perks of the week. Yay! It was nice. It was nice to see. It was nice to see. Woo-hoo! All right, what do you guys? Well, yes, you're right, you guys. Thank you guys for being over there on Rumble. Thank you guys for being there on BitChute. Thank you for being there on X. Thank you for being there on YouTube. Even though YouTube, as of September 1st, you're going to have to find a new network to or platform to watch us on, because we're not going to be live anymore. Thank you, Barbara, for the donation. You're the best. $10. Yay, Barbara. Okay, you'll be number one. So you guys can either go over and join Rumble or BitChute or join X, and you can follow us there. Just look for Goldylocks Productions. I'm sure that's all in the description on all the other platforms that you can find us on. So if you're not already over there, pop yourself over there. All the archived shows will still remain over there, just not live streaming anymore. So that's good. That's good. I love that. We'll remain on YouTube. That's good. At least they can catch them that way. So you can catch them, just not live. So for live, when you want to join us live, because I'm not doing it on my Facebook anymore either, because I would get too many trolls over there. So if you guys had moved over from Facebook and now to YouTube, I need you to move one more platform. Thank you for following me. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. Because I hear sometimes it's a little hard for people to join Rumble. I didn't have a problem when I joined. So I'm not sure where the connection is there. So just keep trying until you can manage it. And BitChute, I'm not sure. I think I signed up for that too, but I don't remember any of the passwords or anything. But I'm over there too. I'm a little bit everywhere. You guys just got to find me. Okay. X is an easy one too, because then you can watch it and still look through X. You just push them up into the little corner, and then you can still like peruse everything else that's going on there, which is kind of cool. And free speech is allowed over there. So that's one of the things that we like about Rumble and BitChute and all that. They don't try to censor us at all. Because sometimes when we get to some kind of subject or some kind of word they don't like, they kind of like mess with you, and they mess with a lot of different other things. So we're just switching for a little while, and we'll see how that goes. So I hope you guys will all join us over there. Also, another message is tomorrow night is the Spiritual Message Circle, correct? So join us over there tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Also on the all channels that I just mentioned, where the Goldylocks Production hosts, we all get together and give you messages for a $20 donation. And you can Venmo that to Goldylocks Productions when she puts all that information up there. And that should also maybe in the description as well. I'm not sure. But definitely check that out, because it's really cool to see how we all kind of jive together, how all the messages kind of blend together. You know what I mean? Oh, and this is so funny. You know, I'm going to go back to the traffic thing for a minute before I go forward, because it was like I was trying to explain to someone what it was like what the cars were doing. And I was like, I think the cars were trying to weave a basket, because that's what they were reminding me of doing. You know what I mean? Going back and forth. So, Lenka, just imagine you're weaving a basket when you're out there. That's what I saw the other day. All right. So, yes, thank you for throwing that up there about the tips and donations. Those are much appreciated. Not necessary, but definitely appreciated. And if you are out there and I don't know what your first name is, let me know what your first name is so I can tap in and give you those messages. It helps tap into your true energy, and it gives me a clearer connection. I can go through, you know, a name that's not yours or your username or whatever, but it takes longer for me to get to a true identity, if that makes sense, because I'm trying to bob and weave through stuff. So just give me that direction, that first direction. It just has to be a first name. It doesn't have to be anything else other than that. Is just your name vibration, and I'm good to go. I tap into your energy and I just feel into it, and I just kind of like rattle on from there about whatever I'm getting for you in that moment, because I feel like there's more people joining us this evening. So I'm really appreciative, whoever is out there this evening. Your energy being here is feeling most excellent. Many of you are here doing a lot of God's work, whether you recognize it or not. Sometimes, you know, people don't see it as what it is, but you are doing much more than you think you are on an energetic level. As a human being, you may not be doing as much as you think you are, but in the energetic level, you are. So it's like you're getting more in tune. You're getting more vibrationally in tune, right? Because I've always seen us all as like, you know, being on Earth, and we're all like this beautiful little orchestra, right? We're all like different instruments, right? We're all a different instrument, because we can't all be the same, but we all can make beautiful music together. Okay, we just have to fine tune ourselves, right? And I feel like that's what we've been doing, and we're going to be much more in tune as we move forward. So that's going to be super exciting. The more we are in tune, the more we're connected to God, the more we feel His presence in our lives, the more we ask, right? And sometimes, how do I want to word this? Because I feel like some two people ask. And then, see, I'm not even sure how I want to say this. But have that communication. And then you have to learn that you also have to change your mindset of the words you use and what you want to create. Okay? So be mindful of it. Write down what it is you want to create. What are those words? What are those words? Do they all create a positivity? Because the words matter. Okay? I want you to pay attention to the words that you use. Okay? Pay attention to the words that you use. Hello, Pooja. So glad you're here as well. All right. Okay. All right, this is a good time to have a word from my sponsor. Then we'll carry on with some messages and see where we roll from there. We're going to start with Barbara, since she's my first donation after the sponsor. And then I'll probably do Marsha after that, since she is my sponsor. And then we'll roll on from there, okay? We'll see where we're going to go from there. So I thank you guys for being here. Phone call, be back. All right, got it. All right, you guys. So let's have a word from my sponsor. Beautiful Marsha Morse of Feng Shui My Space is really good at figuring out the space. You give her your information, like your birth date, you know, the direction of your house, and she just does an amazing job at fixing the chi in your house, okay? Fixing that energy. So I'm about fixing your energy in your body and in your house as well. But she takes it to a whole new level. So check out Feng Shui in My Space, you guys. Thanks, you guys. Awesome. You guys, check out fengshuimyspace.com. Give Marsha a ring-a-ding-ding. Hook up. Change the energy in your house. Maybe it's a new house you want to move into and you want to do some feng shui before you move in. Or maybe is the feng shui right for you before you even move in? Never thought about that one, Marsha. I know she's on a phone call right now, but that's maybe a good idea. Maybe which way is the best way for your house to sit? Which way does it face the front door or whatever? Check it out. fengshuimyspace.com. And thank you, Marsha, for being a sponsor to this show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Now, Barbara, you're number one. Thank you. All right. Let's see what's going on in Barbara's world. Barbara, you have been busy. But you're finding your harmony. You've been busy, but finding your harmony. You're just going with the flow. I'm seeing that things are really starting to fall into place for you, into a good rhythm, even though, yeah, you might be a little tired or whatever. But I think we're all feeling that right now. Once we pass all that, I feel like that's a buildup of this rhythm that you have going on right now. And it seems to be going in your favor. I also feel like you've been having a lot more visions. I'm seeing visions. Have you been seeing more? I know you talk, but I feel like these are visions right now. I feel like you're getting more visions about things that are coming, or you're being able to see. They're showing me seeing. So if you're not, just know that you are. And I feel like you're going to break out some of your art. I feel like you put it away. I feel like you put it away when family was in town or whatever. And I feel like it's time to bring it back out or whatever. Just bring out the paints. And they want you to do this super small canvas. This is so, the little 2x2s or 4x4s or whatever they are, the little tiny ones, you know what I mean? You could put a little magnet on it and put it on the fridge or whatever. I don't know, but you're supposed to do something with that. I'm seeing that size little canvas, and you'll just be guided to what you're supposed to be doing. So, yes. And travel is coming up near the holidays. I see you traveling, but not before then, because you're going to wait. If anyone wants to see you, they need to come see you, because you're not ready to leave yet. You're still spending summer at home. That's what it feels like. So no traveling unless you've already booked your trip plan, but I don't feel like you have. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you, Barbara. Just know great things are on the way for you, because you're allowing everything to unfold in front of you. You're just allowing. It's so cool. It's kind of like the red carpet is rolling out in front of you before you walk. And I don't know what this red carpet is about, but it's for you. You're getting a red carpet, Barbara. All right, and Miss Marsha Morse. Let's see what's shaking in your world. Woo! Pew, pew, pew. I feel like I'm being shot up like a rocket. And I feel like this is like fireworks. So keep doing what you're doing. You're headed in the right direction. It brings the fireworks. It brings everything that you want. But you also, there's this one weight that you have, right? There's this one, well, maybe it's a little bit bigger than one, but it's still this weight. As much as you want to be take off, there's still this attachment to something that's heavy or not in your best interest, or let's say a negative reaction or whatever that is. You're just got to let it spin out and let it do whatever it's done. And then you're allowed to let that go so that you can be free again, right? So I feel like that heavy burden is going to be leaving very quickly. So by the end of this year, right? Whatever that is, it's going to show itself, it keeps showing itself, whatever. But it's like pew, pew, pew. There's a lot of, fireworks that are going to be taking off for you. So just allow yourself, and also no judgment. I don't know if you're judging anyone right now, but they just said that out loud in my head. No judgment. It's like we love no matter what. Love, 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 love. Even the people we dislike. Love, 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 love. That's the word they keep saying all over again. And I feel like you have two people from the other side that are sharing that information with you. So I'm going to leave that with you, Marsha. Thank you for being here today. Barbara says, okay, no traveling. Wow, so cool. Thank you. But yes, New York City around Christmas possibly. Love you. That's fine. Christmas time is fine. That's good. I felt it was the holidays. I didn't feel like it was before that. So no, I feel like that's good. I feel like there'll be something to celebrate at Christmas time. Like lots to celebrate. Christmas. All right, you guys, I know there's a few of you out here that would like messages. I've written down a few of your names. I have Ruth, Richard, Devin, S-Pep. If I can get your first name, I'd love to give you a message. I got Lenka and Pooja. Have I missed anybody? That's all the people that I see that are out here in this very moment. If there's anybody else out there that would love one, new to your channel, that's awesome. Hello. I'm not sure how to say your name. Kessler. Hello. I'm glad you are here as well. If you guys want a message, all I need is your first name, and then I can go from there. So, hello, Eldia. I hope I said that right. All right, so thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being a part of this energy. Thank you for God leading you in this direction, because it's just like I told a client yesterday. I put the energy out there and God brings me or sends whoever needs to come this way. So, Aleda. All right, Aleda. I'm still not good at pronouncing stuff, but I did my best. Thank you for being here. At least I have your first name so I can tap into your messages. I would love to give you one. Sure, I will. I'm going to write it down that way, so I hope I say it that way. Aledo. Man, I'm bad. All right. So, anybody else? All right. Anybody else? All right. I can try to go through the back channels, but we'll see what happens. All right. So, Marsha, I did. Right, Marsha, pew, 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 fireworks, you're all good to go. All right, Ruth Saltman, whose show is on Wednesday night, who was so nice to put me to sleep that night with her calm energy. If I got a message, I slept through it. I'll have to go back and find it. So, Ruth, let's see what we got for you. Ruth. All right, Ruth. Have you been busy writing something again or picking something up and starting something? I know you have a lot of ideas, and I know there's a lot of things on the burner, back burner, front burner, side burner. Like you got all the burners fired up, right? I feel like I'm all around the stove and I should be cooking some stuff. Okay, but you have a lot of, things going on, and they're wanting you to like focus on one. I feel like going into the holiday season, I feel like you're going to focus on one more than the other. And then they kind of like all kind of come together, because I feel like there needs to be a priority. That's what I'm hearing. Priority. That's the word I'm hearing right now. So prioritize, Ruth, whatever is most important. And I know the grandbabies are most important, but I mean, your social life, those other things, they need to be prioritized. And also self-care. So I don't know if you've been for a massage or have gone out and done something for yourself, just you, and just take like an hour to yourself. They're wanting you to do that. So I'm going to leave that with you, Ruth. Massage it up. Richard. Well, I'm bummed, Richard, that your house did not close today. But I'm sure there are reasons behind it. Things all have to fall into place and be in divine time. But when it happens, it's going to be the best experience. But I don't understand the holdup. Like someone is purposely holding it up. Like, I don't know if it's the lender or the underwriter or like someone in that realm. Like they're not like doing their job. Like they're like, maybe they're being a little emotional or something. I don't know. But let's send some energy into that realm of whoever that is who's doing all your paperwork so they get all their ducks in a row so this can fall into place. Okay, just let it fall into place because it all works out in divine time. Divine time. And you know what? Yeah, it's all in divine time, Richard. So just go with it. Patience, grasshopper. That's what I'm hearing right now. Patience, grasshopper. So I'm going to leave that with you, Richard. And then Devin, who's had the wonderful week this week. Devin, I'm so glad you've had a wonderful week. You're just like full, and they're saying this is funny. You're full of piss and vinegar. So, but not in a bad way because I feel like I'm just joking around with people type of thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like someone has said that in your life, and I feel like this is them coming through to give you a message. Okay. So I don't know who is on the other side that would say this to you, Devin, but I feel like this is a message from somebody on the other side because they were very adamant that I say this. So I don't know if it was like a relative or something of that sort, or maybe an old friend or something of that sort, because I feel like you have a lot of energy going on around you because you're creating a lot of energy within yourself. Like I feel like you've been doing a lot of healing. I don't know if you know you're doing it or not, but I feel like just you changing your thought patterns and some of the things that you're doing are doing some healing on yourself and what you want to create for yourself. Like what is it you want to create from this moment forward? Like you're thinking about, and I know you're thinking about retirement from the second job so you could just be a farm guy, but I feel like there's more that you would like create. There's something that you want to create that's going to bring more joy into your life, and I think it's time to create that. So I don't know what that is yet, but I feel like it will show up for you very, very soon. So I'm going to leave that with you, Devin. I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you for being you. You're the best. All right. And then I will jump down to Lanka. All right, Lanka, they're bubbling you up. Ha 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 ha. I feel like I just wrapped you in bubble wrap. So you're completely in this protection mode, right? When you're at work. And I feel like you're not able to completely decompress when you get home. So I feel like there's some kind of, they're saying like some kind of something, I'm not even sure what word I'm supposed to use for this, but there's something that you could do that would relax you. Okay. So maybe it's a meditation, maybe it's whatever you feel like it needs to be. Okay. But I feel like it's something that will help to calm you. You know what I'm saying? Calm. Bubble bath, long hot shower, long cold shower. I don't know. But they're saying something to calm you down. And the energy has been all over here. And I feel like the thoughts have just been like one after another. Like sometimes you can't stop thinking. And it's just like, all right, let's hone in on this. And I feel like there's got to be like this point of joy, right? And they're showing me like, it's so funny. I have to show you this because this is what they're showing me. Okay, so hold on a second. I have to write this. Whew. Okay, so it's like you have this piece of paper, right? And you have this little heart in the center, and then they want you to just focus in on it. Like, I want you to, like, it's kind of like some kind of, I don't know. I feel like it's almost like an eye meditation of some sort, but they're like, want you to focus in on it. And I feel like you're going to get like some answers or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's something coming up for you, Lanka. And your guides, your angels, your loved ones are giving you the messages all the time too. I feel like you're giving great advice to others because I feel like you're tapping in and using that for them. And now it's time for you to maybe do it more or maybe trust it more or something like that. That would be good. That would be good. All right. S. Pep is Sharon. Awesome. Thank you for being here, Sharon. You were next on my list. And who else did I have after that? And then I have Pooja. And then I have my new friend. We have Pooja. Let me just write you guys' name again. Alado. Or Alado. Alado. I don't know. Alada. Alada. That's an A. I'm trying my best, you guys. All right, Sharon. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a first-time listener, watcher, whatever you're doing. Thank you for being here. All right, let me write your name down and see what I get for you. Sharon. Okay, so you've been on this roller coaster ride for a while too, just like everybody else, but you're finding your level ground. Things in your life have changed and shifted for you for the better. You may have been disguided, maybe gone the wrong way for a little while, but you were always guided back to the same path, right? And I feel like these experiences that came up for you were most important. Okay. I feel like they were most important. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're still working on something right now. There's still something that you're working on. It's going to come to a fruition. I feel like it's going to start in this coming, maybe this last quarter of this year into next year, whatever it is that you're getting started. There's something that you're starting new. Okay. I'm not sure what this is for you, Sharon, because I haven't met you yet. But I feel like whatever this is going to be new for you. I also getting a lot of hearts around you. I'm getting lots of like these little cartoon little hearts around you. Even though I can't see you energetically, I can see you as a person, but I see all these hearts around you. So you are a person of love, compassion, maybe a little empathic, you know what I mean? Picking up on other people's feelings sometimes, maybe too much. Remember to protect yourself from that too, because we can sometimes feel other people's energy and it can be kind of icky, and we don't know how to let it go. Cleansing yourself is good, but I feel like you're into a new path, a new beginning, a new way of life. This is like what you're going to create from this moment forward, and God has got your back. So you just keep moving forward in this path, in this journey, in these experiences that you're choosing to experience with the people that you're choosing to experience in them with. And I feel like there's changes coming around work, home, things of that sort. So you may be moving or cleaning or something's getting shifted and changed within those realms. And they are up to your choosing what they are. So I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you, Sharon, for being here today. Appreciate you. All right, Pooja, your turn. Let me see what time it is. I got time. Pooja, I feel like you're sitting on a big little fluffy cloud right now. Sometimes you don't always feel like you're sitting on a big fluffy cloud, okay? But there are things that you are very grateful for that have created this cloud. Okay, I feel like these are levels of gratefulness, and I don't know where this is going for you, but this is what they're giving me. Okay, so I feel like you're kind of like, and I feel like I'm in like a beanbag chair, you know what I mean? And that's what it feels like in the fluffiness of it all, you know? And you just need to trust yourself more. There's a lot of things you don't trust about yourself. I feel like maybe in the past you've given all your trust to other people, and now it's all coming back to self now, Pooja. It's all coming back to you to make the decisions. It's not up to somebody else. It's up to you. What is it that you are going to decide that you are going to choose to do and choose to create for yourself? There's much information that's flowing to you too in the way of dreams, daydreams, what you see while you're out and about during your day. You just need to be paying attention to those certain things that are showing up for you, and especially the things that are being repeated. Okay, that are being repeated. That's what you need to see the pattern. Pattern. Find the pattern, Pooja. All right, I'm going to leave that with you. Lenka says, thank you. Cross-stitching and audiobooks helps a lot. Good. Glad to hear that. All right. Aleda, your turn. Woo. Let's see what you got going on in your life. High energy. 1, 2, 3, go. You're ready to take off to a new planet or a new there's something new that's coming for you. Like you laid down, okay, this is what I'm getting. Okay, so you like laid down the law. You are like, I'm done with X, Y, and Z. I'm going to make the changes that I need to do. And now I'm doing it. And now it's like you've got this like new motivation, right? This new passion that's been fired up inside of you to make some new decisions for yourself is what I'm hearing for you right in this moment. Okay. And I feel like your guides, your angels, and your loved ones are like, woo, she's like hearing us, you know, so your connection to the spirit realm is opening up for you on many different levels. And it may happen very quickly in how fast you're going to trust yourself. Okay. So I'm getting that for you. And then there's like two things that you have going on. One is going to take off faster than the other. So these could be decisions. One you're going to make right away, and the other one's going to take a little bit more time, but it follows in the same direction of the same pattern or path that you want to follow. Okay, so you're in a forward movement, and there's a lot of excitement behind this. I'm hearing like cheering and clapping. So I don't know if you've gotten a promotion or something of that sort, or made somebody really proud around you. But somebody is definitely, you know, super, you know, excited about everything that you're doing right now and some of the changes that you've already created in your life right now. There's also someone stepping forward, and I almost want to feel like this is like a grandma. And I feel like that's what you called her, because I'm not calling her grandmother. I'm calling her grandma. Okay. And I feel like there's a grandma over here, and it's like a grandma figure, like this grandma figure. She's showing me like these aprons and of course the kitchen, but I'm in a funky kitchen. Like I'm not in like a normal kitchen. Like energetically, I'm seeing food. Okay. So there's something to do with comfort, like comfort. Okay. So you're being comforted by all these thoughts and feelings that may be coming forward. There's a lot of attachment to family. I feel like you have a really big family. Do you come from a really big family? I feel like there's like Alida. Yeah, I think I said it that time. I feel like you have a lot of family. So I'm going to leave that with you. They're around you, they're supporting you, and you are going to make the changes. Like you are a leader. Like you're going to step up to some leader positions, moving very close, like maybe in a profession or something like that. There's something to step up into. And she says, yes. Thank you. Pooja says, I wanted to ask if being in that fluffy cloud means I am in comfortable position, but I am just worrying much. That would be correct, Pooja. Correct. And I did see you saw something about your fearful dream or whatever. Yeah, sometimes things that happen in our dream time could kind of portray, but they kind of like reflect what's going on in our earthly plane. So maybe it was fearful to tell you to get out of that fearfulness. Like, don't be there. It doesn't feel good. It's not what you want to create. So don't create that. You know what I mean? So Ruth says, thanks, Melissa. Yes, getting things prioritized. I'm 99% sure I gave you a message Wednesday. I love and appreciate you. Good. I'll have to go back and listen because I fell asleep. I should not listen to your guys' shows when I'm laying in bed. I'm like, yeah, I'll stay awake for the whole show. And I don't. All right. Did I miss anything else? All right, my darlings. I did not. Okay, so I appreciate all of you. You guys are the amazing beings of light that God has created and brought you down to this earth so that you can create the changes that we are all creating here. Some of them not so good, some of them better than others. You know, it's all that depends on the experiences that we chose to have in this life, the families that we were born into, you know, the experiences that we had with them. You know, a lot of people are just, you know, we have to let go of our past a little bit and start to own up to what it is we want to change, right? Pooja says, great, Melissa. Thank you so much, dear. Your messages are always helpful for my journey. My pleasure. I'm glad to be here to be able to do this. Because when I started doing this, I'll be honest, I was like, I don't know if this is supposed to be my line of work. You know what I mean? But God has sent me down here on a mission. And I still don't 100% understand it, just like all of you don't, because we all came down here to do his work, right? To do his journey, to do his work because he can't. That's our job, right? It's our job to do that work. And now we're down here and collectively, we're finally hit that tipping point, like I said in the beginning, right? So we're on the other side now. We're in the last quarter of it all, okay? We're ready to get to what it is that we're all creating new. Remember, as all the old structures are falling apart and imploding, we are the creators, the manifestors of what we are making now. Whether it's our jobs, our abundance, our relationships, whatever it is, our homes, our vacations, whatever, your possessions, whatever it is, right? Because everyone's priorities are different. Everyone feels differently about what it is they want to create in their lives. I want you guys to think outside the box this week. Think outside the box. Right? Because we're all in the jack in the box, right? I always love this analogy. We're all in the jack in the box, and we can't take that pressure anymore. Bam! We're all popping out of the box. So please think outside the box this week as we are getting out of our comfy little boxes into maybe a little bit of uncomfortableness to find our true selves, because no longer can we be contained in the box, which could be the matrix or whatever you want to think of it as. We are no longer contained in the box because we're thinking outside of it. And if we feel like we're stuck in it, how do we get outside of it? We're going to use it through our minds and our hearts and our souls. And we're going to use the correct words to get us out of there. Okay? We're going to create magic with our words in a positive, loving manner as we move forward. Because we're all about our communities. We're about loving our neighbors, right? We're about shopping local, right? Are you in your neighborhoods? Shopping from your local mom and pops, hitting up those little flea markets or farmers markets. Those are the people that need your money, not the big box stores. So get out there this weekend, find yourself a farmer's market, spend some money with the local docals, and get to know them, get to know your neighborhoods. It's not always easy because we like our privacy as well, but I feel like it's time we start spending more time in our neighborhoods, getting to know our people again. You know what I mean? Because things have gotten way out of control, and we're about to take it back into a beautiful control that we're all a part of in harmony and unity, being that beautiful instrument that you are, that God created. You could be a violin and you're in tune. And then someone else could be the trumpet and someone else could be the drum. We're all different, but we're all made from God. And we all can live in harmony. And we're going to create that. We've never experienced that in many, many, many eons. So don't forget, tomorrow night, 8 p.m., Spiritual Message Circle, here on all the channels that you just found us on tonight. And I look forward to seeing you all next week if I don't see you tomorrow night. You guys have the most amazing week. Thank you for being here, being you, and being amazing. Love you guys. See you next Friday.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.